Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sovereign Sisters podcast. I am the Sovereigness, and though I'm solo today, it's still my apologies. I have no idea how to turn off the iMessage on my Mac. If anybody knows how to do that, please leave a message down below, email, something. But I am the Sovereigness, and I'm solo today, but it is still the Sovereign Sisters podcast. Sometimes it'll be both of us, sometimes it'll just be myself, and sometimes it'll just be Infinite C or who you know as Mia Bolo. So let's dive in. This is for the week of April 18th until April 24th. I'm going to try to do these segments where I tap in on Mondays, where I can kind of give us energy updates or kind of just let the collective know what's going on. If we're vibing on the same frequency, you're going to be feeling the same thing that I'm feeling. If I pick up a message from an affirmation card or an oracle, um, if I'm asking for the collective, it's for the collective that I'm on the same frequency as. If it doesn't resonate, it's completely fine. And if you're not a fan of oracle or anything like that, I'll reserve it for the end so you can still get a message that is well-rounded and not so much esoteric or uh we'll just stick with that. Okay. So the main thing that I wanted to focus on is that we are moving into Taurus season. Taurus begins on the 20th, which is 2 days from today. If you are a Taurus, happy birthday, happy Earth Day, happy New Year. You guys know, well, if you follow me on any social platforms, you know that I believe that the new year starts, our personal new year starts on our birthday. And the collective new year is when Aries season kicks off. So that's neither here nor there. Happy birthday to all the bulls out there. And yeah, so Taurus is known for, I feel like they are notoriously known for like comfort food or comfort period, but also, in my opinion, not even my opinion, it is solidified that Tauruses are not only sensual, but they are beautiful inside and out. You know what? That's really bothering my soul. So, what I was saying is, Tauruses are beautiful. I wonder if I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, how that'll go. Inside and out, but especially on the outside. Okay. They are earth signs. They rule the second house, which is also ruled by Venus. And we talked a little bit about that with the first podcast, how Venus is also a ruler of Libra. So the two kind of, I don't want to say they go hand in hand, but the fact that they both are ruled by Venus speaks volumes. Okay. So think love, think beauty, think sensuality, comfort, riches, abundance. There's a lot of Venusian energy that we're moving into. So, and it's not just on the basis of personal, like external beauty as much as it is your surroundings, like beautifying your space or your circle, right? You want to be surrounded by things that you understand and that understand you, that you feel comfortable with and that feel comfortable with you. So friends and family are going to play a major role, I feel, in this upcoming season. I'm gonna get this message out one way or another. Ain't no iMessage, no poodle, no Amazon delivery man, because I see him coming too. Nothing's going to stop me from talking today because I told myself that I would. Now, that also plays into the Taurus energy. Taurus is a fixed sign. So once they make up their mind about something, that's it. It's set. Not all Tauruses are like that because you have to take into account the rest of their chart. But for the most part, the energy of Taurus is fixed. Okay. That is um, it's a fixed sign and it's earth. So and it's a bull, guys. Like when you think about bulls, like, do you know how hard it is to move a bull, is it coerce a bull? Like you can't just move a bull. It's at their own will. Okay. You have to either be stronger than the bull or it's a really inexperienced, non-stable, maybe newborn bull. But for the most part, a bull is, it's unmovable without its consent, or I hope that's making sense what I'm saying, because I don't want to harp on that too long. But the fact that I am saying, I know there's a lot of distractions happening right now, I am still going to say what I want to say, because today I told myself I would. Therefore, I am. Okay. So resistance, persistence, perseverance, resilience is all going to be a major factor this season. Taurus season goes from April 20th until May 20th. So what is that? 4.5 weeks of love, abundance, beauty, resilience, comfort, good vibes, good people. You know what I mean? Like, there might be some things that are irritating per usual, especially because we're moving into a retrograde in Mercury, which is Mercury rules Taurus's sister sign of Virgo, another earth sign. And Mercury also is a planet that it oversees communication or electronics. It oversees a lot of different things. I encourage you all to look it up, because I don't really want to talk about Mercury too much. She be doing her thing, and I don't really want to, we're not conversing right now. But aside from that, I really hope that everybody has a beautiful Taurus season, because I feel that is what Taurus is all about. Like, they are some of the most loving and amazing people that I know. One of my best friends is a Taurus, and she's been like, though she's changed, evolved, and grown, at her core, she is the same person, same loving, caring person that she's been from the first time that I met her. So shout out to all the Tauruses out there, especially because Taurus Gang is one of my biggest supporters on my individual business site, which is shopalchemistics.com. If you did not know, that is shop ALKAMYSTICS.com. I'm actually burning Love Thyself right now. And then if you see the smoke, it is an incense. So yeah, I'm going to leave the Taurus energy there. The other thing that I want to talk about this week is, well, not so much this week as it was kind of like a download. I have been seeing more and more people talking about tarot and oracle and things that they consider to be evil or witchcraft or whatever the case may be. I just kind of want to clear that up a little bit. Tarot, there's nothing dark. I mean, I don't even want to say that, because yeah, it is dark. It has to do with your subconscious mind, but not in the sense of what people have given this definition of dark to be. A lot of people define dark as something bad, when really it's just something that's hidden. And so people will sometimes unfortunately deem the dark to be bad, because it's not something that they understand, or they have yet to experience it, or it's the unknown, so therefore it's bad. But it's not so much bad. Don't get me wrong, there are things that are malicious sometimes in or negative in dark places, or that have a dark cast over them. But for the most part, when you think of your subconscious or even your emotions, those are things that are hidden, that if you don't speak on them, nobody knows. People don't know about your emotions. So does that make them bad? Does it make it bad for you to have emotions? Does it make it bad for you to have an idea that you're not speaking on? It's something hidden. So therefore it is dark to others. Okay. So yeah, if you don't share with them, they may consider it to be bad. But in my opinion, the subconscious, the darkness is not bad. And I really hope that we get to a place where we can eradicate where we are tying those two together, because they don't go together, not all the time. There's such thing as toxic positivity or too much light. So keep that in mind. Balance is key all the time. I could be saying that because I'm a Libra moon, but I don't think so. So I did want to touch on tarot a little bit. I've seen a lot of people popping up with more channels on tarot, which is great. And I'm so happy for that community. But I do want to encourage everybody who watches tarot or who feels like they have to get a daily fix and sometimes go down this rabbit hole of watching video after video after video or different reader after different reader after different reader, to be cognizant of how much of that you are internalizing, because all it is somebody looking at a picture. It's a piece of paper, right? Let's see what happens. This is literally a piece of paper with a picture on it. Now, based on my own internalized feelings and what I know about, this is what, Seven of Pentacles, based on what I know about Pentacles, based on what I know about tarot, based on what I know about the like numerology, the number 7, I have my own conclusion on what this card is trying to tell me based on the question that I asked. So depending on who you're watching, they may be able to give you a generalized idea or opinion on what they're picking up, but ultimately your own subconscious is going to tell you more about that card or more about the energy that they're feeling than they are. So unless you're getting a personal reading, I don't encourage you to internalize all of these, different readers out there who are amazing. Like, I don't want to knock their hustle or knock their talent. There are some really talented readers on YouTube and in the spiritual community, but you also have to remember that everybody is not connected to your spirit guides. Also, we're kind of all the same. So if they can do it, you can do it yourself. So I definitely encourage you, if you're somebody who feels like you need a message every day, to invest in getting your own deck of cards. The Rider Waite is like the OG, like that's where most people will start. But if you feel like you don't want to start there, you can always grab whatever deck you want to grab. I just highly recommend like getting versed in tarot yourself, so that if you're going to watch somebody else, like for myself, for example, sometimes I can't read for myself because I have so much other things like happening in my mind or in my space, and I just was not able to connect the way that I wanted to connect. And so I will tap in with another reader on YouTube that I trust, like somebody that I know has in the past resonated with what I needed to get information on, or who might read a card the same way that I do. And then it's like I get a breakthrough from that. But I will sit at my altar or hell at my desk and pull cards when I feel like I need to, and not just watch everybody else's video, because it's your energy that matters the most. Also, it's the same with like healing, right? Like, we're looking for answers outside of ourselves when you could pick up the same thing that they have. It's just a tool. You could pick up the same thing that they have and tap in to get messages that are necessary for you. I just wanted to make sure that I said that. Now, with that being said, I am going to get a quick collective message for the week, just to see like what the major energy is going to be for those who resonate with my energy. What is the main energy that we are going to be experiencing this week? This is the 2020 Visions Tarot by Crystal Banner. She has a website called kaleidodope.com. I am so sorry. And it's all of the major arcanas. All right. There may be a good sense of solitude this week, being alone, or just wanting to be alone, wanting to be left alone, wanting to just connect with yourself. I'm seeing meditation. I'm hearing Zen the F Out by Big Sean. Okay. The Tower. Maybe something big happened either in the past, like the most recent past, days ago, or something this week could happen where it just kind of like makes you, it either sits you down, or you'll want to just kind of like have space to yourself. What's the major energy for the collective this week? For some of you, you're going through this time of learning a lesson, and there's this like impatience happening where it's like, can this already just be over? Can this be done with? Like, this is not a time that I am really fully enjoying myself, and I'm ready for it to change. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Magician. The two cards that come out are Death and the World. So it's coming to an end. Wow, you guys, there's something major coming to an end where it could have been like stagnancy. oh, something definitely is coming to an end with the Magician here. I feel like there's been a lot of intentional shaking and shifting, if not by you, then by the divine. Like things may have been occurring that you just kind of were like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? It was for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of things that are trying to come in or things that are starting to shift and shake for you. And it feels like, let me just get another card. It feels like really good energy, like a time of either suffering or the test. I just heard the test is coming to an end. Okay. So, and it's funny, I've been getting this message about being tested for like a few weeks now. The Tower is at the bottom of the deck now. Okay. Two cards that come out are the Chariot and the Devil, moving out of toxic, codependent energy. Maybe that's why I brought up that whole message about tarot and watching videos and leaning on external opinions or leaning on external advice. Sometimes it's best to go within, which is why I was saying something about solitude, right? Finding out or learning, like, I don't necessarily need to connect with anybody other than myself. That's what I want to do as somebody who is a life path 7. I feel like I actually know, it's not that I feel, I know that I am here to teach everything that I learn, right? And also, I'm a lifetime student, so I'll constantly be learning, but as I learn, I constantly teach, right? Now, with that being said, I am somebody who I don't, and I've said this before, I don't ever want to monopolize anybody else's power. If there's something that you want to know, you can always ask me because there's enough. There's the world, the universe is so abundant. We don't even know how far or wide it expands. Okay. Let that marinate. There's so much that we don't know, but we have compacted into this human experience. I just don't ever want anybody to think that if they are coming to somebody for help, that one, you always have to pay with a quote unquote currency that is decided by people, like never be afraid to ask. Always ask, because a closed mouth does not get fed and you never know who you're encountering. Myself, I am more than happy to assist or inform somebody of any information that I have. Donations are always beautiful, but I'm not going to set up something that's like, if you want me to tell you something, you're going to have to pay me, which may be an issue for me. But at the same time, it's not. It's made me actually more abundant when I am giving freely of the information that I have than having to charge for it. So I just want to put it out there that there is something coming to an end. It has to do with codependency. And also that I said all that to say that my main mission here is to connect with the healer in you, okay? Because we all have the ability to heal ourselves. We all have the ability to do for self, even though it's nice to lean on others. There is a moment happening where people are, or at least the people that I connect with or who connect with me, are learning to release codependency. Interdependence is fine, but codependency is something totally different. And so it looks like this week there is a tower moment that has already occurred or will be occurring that is allowing for a codependent energy or codependent attitude to come to an end. I feel like I definitely resonate with that. Like now that I'm thinking about it, there was something that happened on yesterday, which some people celebrate Easter. I am not one of those people for different reasons, but a lot of my family does. And it just kind of was like a awakening moment, right? Which the tower can be, it actually is represented by Scorpio, in my opinion. It's kind of like Phoenix energy. Like a lot of people fear the tower because it means something is coming down or something is being crushed, something is being brought to the ground, but only because it was built on a foundation that was never solid in the first place. So why would you want to continue to build higher on something that is not on level, safe ground, right? It's not going to be, you're not going to be able to keep building on that for much longer. So, and then it's purple, like the crown chakra, as well as all this lightning, which to me says downloads or information coming in or something, right? Divine information coming in. So to me, I don't feel like the tower is bad. I never have. I feel like it's an opportunity to start brand new, especially with the end and the world here, like death and the world. And then death also is a Scorpio card. So there's a lot of transformative energy taking place, but not so much that it's going to be transformed as much as something is coming to an end. something that may have been a lesson, right? Because the devil is representative of Capricorn energy, and only because of the word Satan, which is a play on words, Satan, Saturn rules Capricorn. So, and Saturn wants to teach lessons. So there's some sort of lesson that's coming to an end. And it's almost like the Chariot is saying, we're here to see if you learned your lesson. We're here to see if you're ready to move forward. We're here to see if you're ready to release something, because the Tower has already hit or is about to hit, and you need to make up your mind about whether you want to rebuild this foundation the same way or completely allow yourself to have a whole new foundation, a clean slate, and either fill in the cracks or just completely smooth everything out like 100%. Not filling in cracks, but actually starting something brand new. Okay. This could be partnerships. And it's not just partnerships as far as like romantic. It can be business. It can be any type of partnering you can think of. Okay. For me, I feel like it has to do with leaning on people who have supported me almost my whole life, as far as having a safety net, not to put my business out there too much, but I've never felt like I couldn't just take a leap of faith, because I always knew there was a safety net. But at this point, it's like, it's in me to just take a leap of faith. Like, I have a lot of Aries energy. So I'm always like, I go for the gusto. And if I fall, I fall. But at the same time, it wasn't ever if I fall, I fall, because I always had that safety net. And now I've just come to the conclusion that I don't want that safety net anymore. Not only do I not want it, I don't need it. I have not had to use it the way that I thought I would. So why am I still leaning on that safety net, So I'm going to leave that there, because I don't want to touch too much on this, but I hope that what I had to say is going to be useful for somebody this week. If something wants to come to an end, let it. It's for the betterment of yourself and your upcoming experiences, something that you're trying to manifest, even if that means letting go of a long-term partnership, job, whatever. It's for the betterment of you and whatever you have coming up, or whatever you've actually been trying to manifest. I feel like your manifestations are on the brink of coming into fruition, growing, or something, but there's just like this final push to remove something first, or to let something go first. And maybe that was supposed to happen with the full moon, because the full moon wants you to release things that are not working. It wants to shine the light on things that are in your surrounding. And with it being in Libra, it wanted to shine a light on your relationships. So that's a relationship with yourself. That's a relationship with your partner, your loved ones, friends, Maybe some of you need to change your diet. It could be something as simple as that. Or it could be, is the relationship that you're in working? Are the people that you call bestie or friends, are they actually your friends? Have you seen any reciprocity coming from any of those people, including yourself? To tell yourself, oh, I want to make these changes, and then to not make those changes, you are deceiving yourself. So that full moon, the purpose of it was to shed light on things that are unbalanced. And at this point, I feel if you're doing the work, if we're operating on the same frequency, you know who is and who is not moving forward with you. And for some of you, you may be letting them go this week, or you may be making changes that are going to be for the betterment of yourself this week. Okay, so go with the flow. Love and light, peace and progress always. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you soon.